I was already born and going to school, nigga. It's just real shit. I was born and going to school. I swear, my first negative encounter about King of anything was that movie. I swear to God.
Never heard no nigga because you never ran into them type of niggas like Captain Tazaryach type niggas.
Man, but them niggas is talking about some hoe that it should have stayed segregated. They talking about some whole other bullshit. Don't mean nothing, bro.
They be hating on our leaders though. I ain't gonna lie. It's the one thing that I get at
Niggas
them
be
at.
talking, bro. And they ain't did shit.
Cause
This
you know
this
I'm
sound
pro.
like entrapment. All of this sound like entrapment right
Is
They
he
here.
ain't
here?
did
I
shit.
just
They
want to
do be
point that
hating
shit
on our
out.
leaders.
All that
Oh, that
shit
nigga
sound.
here?
Yeah, you know I was
You know
here,
the
bro.
crazy
I
part
swear
about
I
it,
didn't
Brock?
know you was here, Cap. I
Brock, you know the
promise.
crazy part about
No
it, right?
bullshit. What's up, Russ?
Every leader, right? Every leader, every head coach, every something. Everybody looks at it after the fact and says what they could have did different. But ain't now one of them niggas finna jump in the fire and just get it going. Everybody does that. Well, he could. Everybody does that shit.
I think they damn near had Martin Luther King's like kind of almost doubting himself, not realizing that he was doing this. He did everything right. That's why he was probably saying that shit because niggas was hating. Damn near had my boy doubting himself for a second towards that end. But yeah,
I still want
I
to
have a
hear that.
dream that one day
I
Brock will
still want
stop.
to hear that thing in its entirety though,
I
because niggas that take
the
an
burning
insert,
house.
niggas that take an insert, and I want to hear it A to Z what he was saying.
Let me hear if it's
Yeah,
a
it started in the
recording.
middle of him talking.
Let's see. Who is that? Is that a black man that said
That's
that?
Rican.
Yeah. We don't need that confusion, brother. Calm down.
Shit. I'm pretty sure he Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah, I'm Puerto
I know
Rican.
you
Yeah.
was about to say
It
that.
related to him too. Nigga,
According to Cap, nigga said,
they was
I
oppressed. Nah, bullshit. Shit.
Cap
They
rules
come
say
to the
Puerto Ricans
islands.
is black, right?
Facts.
That's
ain't.
true. We definitely
That's
did hear
facts.
that recently.
We do claim the Puerto Ricans, Rican. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie. We
the
claim the
Taino
Puerto
You
Ricans.
I
ones,
mean,
definitely
they
be
not.
claiming
not
I
lady
the
mean,
killer
Puerto
Taino
nigga.
Rican
ones, not the
people
Spanish ones.
They
are
black.
Latin. They ain't a nigga. Them niggas is not claiming to be no niggas. I'm sorry. Them niggas
Oh, they
go
don't
one.
claim to be black? Oh,
Hey,
Some
hell
of them, yeah,
fucking
a
no.
lot of them try to claim to
Rican,
They
be
what you
white.
claim to
doing?
be
A
Latin.
lot
Them
of them
niggas,
try to claim to be white.
Latin kings was nigga killers. Let's keep it real.
Definitely in K.
Yeah, let's
But
keep it real. So I get, people say that ancestry or whatever. Them niggas stand on the side of the Latin people, which I ain't got a
There's
problem with
definitely a
that.
division. There's definitely a
I don't have a
division.
problem with Puerto Rican, but all this pro black shit I be hearing, I've never seen it.
honestly, I ain't see that until like Cardi B and that one, like them type of people been coming
Cardi
out
B
saying
just
they
fucking
black.
with niggas. I still don't see pro black.
They say she black. I don't know. If she say she black or not.
J Lo was Jenny from the block and J Lo until she was to be Jennifer Lopez again when she left the nigga she was with. What are we talking about?
That too is a
And
fact.
there's nothing wrong with it though. I'm like, bro, I ain't part of Latin America. I just never, I've
The
never.
Dominicans is on the same island as Haitians.
Yeah, it's split, buddy.
They're all neighbors. They're all
So
neighbors.
which way you go with that?
Nigga, they Dominican.
But
A
I'm saying you
Dominican
calling
is a
Haitians,
Dominican. You see what a
but
Dominican look
Haitians
like?
we call Haitians black.
You see what a
The
Haitian look
Haitians
like?
are on all the islands, though.
Them Dominicans
They
look
all
black too.
it all
I
mixes.
mean, they favor a lot, but they listen. I've never seen a movement where, well, fuck it, go pull up some of that Martin shit. Cause them niggas was marching.
Nah, they weren't realist on the march. I
I've
Hey,
my
never.
for y'all rocking
matter
with
of fact, let
Martin,
me do some research
y'all
before
got
I
to
say they
rock with
wasn't.
all nations, man. Y'all can't delineate. Y'all got to rock with all of them.
No, what we saying is what
Here this
was
nigga
with the
go.
black movement and against the black movement and neutral to it is just that. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying. I wasn't expecting to see no motherfucking Asians out there in the middle of the street. They went through their own shit. But I ain't never
yeah.
heard an
Well,
Asian say we black.
definitely not. Samoans ain't even saying they black.
No, they say they
Let me see.
islanders.
There's a song by this Puerto Rican brother called "My Pretty Nigga." I think came out. Yeah, what's the what's the last poets? Puerto Rico. This is like in the late '60s, early
I'm sorry, you
'70s.
said my pretty nigga?
Yeah, my pretty nigga. That's what the Puerto Rican brother wrote. That's the song. That's the poem. You know, last poets. If you look them up, they're Common had them on their album. What's that song? The Corn.
Oh, poet.
That's the
Okay, I didn't hear the poet
yeah
part. Go
poet.
ahead. I'm following.
Yeah, and so the Puerto Ricans was a part of them back then. He wrote the song called My Pretty Nigga, and that's where what's the first rapper? The first official rapper, I should
I
say,
just
not the
looked
first.
that up. They got the ER on that shit.
Yeah, that ER and that ER and GA, that's something the white man made up so y'all can so it'll be acceptable when they say it. It ain't
The
no
white
difference in the
man
two.
made that up? Nah.
The
I
difference.
think
Listen to what I'm
nigga
saying.
come from us, bro.
No. I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about the spelling.
No,
You
nigga,
know, like
the
when white
ER
people.
was what it originally was. And
That
I
ain't what
don't
I'm talking
believe
about.
it was originally used as a disrespect. I don't
No,
think
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when white people say I'm not using the ER. For me, it ain't no difference
it's definitely
whether
a
they use it or
difference.
the E. No, I think it's the. I think
Nigga,
in any conversation.
nigga is our slang of how we just talking.
No, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like you take any word, any word. If you take the term you good, GOOD, has about 10,
No,
12 different
nigga
meanings.
and nigger. He's a
That,
nigger.
no,
You
that ain't what I'm.
nigger. It's a different
That's not the
thing.
point I'm making. What I'm saying is you can say any word. It's the context on how it's being said of how it's
Nigga, when you
offensive.
say ER, it's a total different context. You hear it.
Listen, I've heard white folk and I've heard black folk use the GA, and that shit is still derogatory. It doesn't matter if it sounds with a
Nah,
GA or
not to me.
ER.
I don't.
Shh, this
I've
nigga
never
here.
heard a white motherfucker say, he's a nigga. I hear him say, nigger. He's a nigger.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be
I've heard.
real. I'm
Mhm.
going to be real. I don't know where it turned into a negative anyway because it wasn't nothing but a descriptive of where the
I
fuck
use
we
it.
thought
Listen,
we
I got a
came
shirt.
from.
Yeah, listen, I got a shirt called Real Nigga University. Got a jacket, Real Nigga University. That's what we have.
Because
I don't.
Negro, don't confuse Negro with nigga.
There ain't no difference. They both mean the same thing. Black. Nigga is from the Latin word niger, which means black. That's what Negro
Well,
means.
see, here go the thing is, well, we didn't get nigga from no Latin word or nothing. We got nigga for some shit a nigga just created. Ain't no nigga went over there and said, "Oh, it's a Latin word of this." That's what niggas start saying. They
I'm
they
just
start
pointing out
saying
the word nigga is ancient. It's the way it's pronounced over in America. When they got to America, is
That's a
new.
fact.
But
But yeah,
the
it didn't derive from that though. Like it has nothing to
that's
do
no, it
with that.
derived from bro. Bro, what are they? Where they come from? They really thought they were saying a place.
Niger, I believe, was yep.
Niger, Niger. They really
right.
thought they was
But
playing,
before
but they
Niger
said it
was a
wrong.
country. But what I'm saying is before Niger or Nigeria, that place
No,
Niger.
not Nigeria,
I'm saying
Niger.
Niger. That's my point. When
Yeah, not Nigeria.
before the word Niger was a country, the word Niger, which means black, was already in production. Like for example, Acts 13:1 in the Bible, the Israelites was called Niger. Before there was a country called Niger, that word was used for black people. That's all I'm saying is that word didn't just start from a
Bro, how we
country
know that, bro? Y'all keep want to put the Bible as black
because
people.
that's what the Bible says. Acts 13:1,
Man,
it
come on,
says
bro.
Barnabas and Simeon who were
Okay,
called
when did they add
Niger.
that to it? Because we know
That's
that
first
motherfucker
century.
been tampered
That's the
with worse than
that's
a
the
$2
first
hole on Las Vegas Boulevard.
that's
When
that's that's the first century. It was written in Greek
these
in
niggas,
the
y'all
first
niggas running
century.
around put all this shit in this book
We
that
didn't put
nigga
nothing
ain't,
in
they
the
ain't
book.
no different than a prostitute walking the strip.
That
Tampered with.
sound good, but that was
So
translated
you
in the
telling me they
first.
ain't
That
been
was
tampered
written in
with?
the, no.
You
Well,
saying
here,
the
okay,
Bible has
let me
not been
say it.
tampered with?
I'm gonna say it like this.
You said the
When we
Bible.
talk,
Did you just say that?
I'm gonna answer your question.
Did you say the Bible's not been tampered with?
There's many different variations of the Bible.
Cap don't believe that.
You got to hear what I'm saying. There's many different variations of the Bible. So yes, you have what's called a word for word translation and a thought for thought translation. So a translation of the Bible can be tampered with. That's correct.
Yeah, that
But
is
the
tampering. Yeah.
original language that is written in It's not 10. So whenever you got a question like what you just asking about Acts 13 and 1, and you said, when was it? I said, in the first century. That's when it's written originally. And when you go back to when it was originally written and translated, that word Niger, which means black, is in there before a country called Niger was here. That's all I'm saying. So they called them niggas then, we the niggas now. That's it. Ain't that hard.
They wasn't calling nobody no fucking niggers and
That's
nobody
what it
from
said.
Africa.
Acts 13 and 1, it says Simon and Barnabas, that was called Niger. That's in the original text. It's not something, it's not a translation. It's what was written in the original text.
So let me get this right.
All right.
The Bible comes from Africa then.
Well, I would say the Bible comes from what people would say today is the
Very
Middle.
likely, because y'all say who they ain't. So
No,
the
we
Bible,
wouldn't say the Bible is the Bible don't come from African
I
people.
mean,
It
for
come from
Barnabas and this other nigga to be a nigga, they got his African, right?
no, because
I believe niggas are Americanized word. Ain't got nothing to do with Africa, bro.
I already said that nigga is Americanized. I already said that.
So
But
you
I
think
said
the
what
Bible come from America?
no. What I said was where the word nigga comes from, the root of the word comes from Niger, which means black. And so that word Niger was
I
put
don't know
upon
if that means black. I just know it's a location.
And what language is that it
Yeah,
means black? Cap.
yeah,
And
I
what
don't.
version of the Bible are you referring to?
Yeah,
Because as we
I
know,
nigga.
said
there's
Yeah,
first
there's a
several.
lot of
first
variations.
of all, I said when you go to the original
What do you
excuse me,
consider the
the
original? Is my question. I'm asking that way for a reason, Cat.
it was written in Greek. That's why I said in the first century this was translated. Acts 13 and 1.
I thought it was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic.
But the text that we're talking about is in
And
Greek.
that's why I asked you which text. So you're referring to the Greek text. This is my question was very pointed for a reason.
Well, you said Bible
Well,
first.
that's what
So
you're
when it
called.
was
Well, that's
written
what
in
you called it.
so the reason why I keep saying the first century because that was written in the Greek language. And so that word, there actually is no Greek word for Niger. So actually when you look it up, it'll say just Niger of Latin origin, black Niger. That's what it means.
So hold on. So if there's no word in Greek for it, why would they translate it that way?
That's how you know it's they translate and using the Latin language because Latin was also a language that was used back then.
Yeah, but hold on.
Just that's
I
it.
got you. But you know there's a difference between translation and transliteration. Translate mean try to find the meaning, as you know. Transliterate mean try to do word for word from one language to another, regardless of what it means.
Correct.
So which one was it?
Whichever, so if you want to go with transliteration, because they use the word for word, not a thought. So the word that correlates with them describing these Israelites was the Latin word niger, which means black. All you got, anybody
So
could do
hold
it. You can
on.
go to
But
Bible Hub.
I got you. I'm following you. But what I'm saying is if it's a transliteration, that's not an
You're
interpret.
using
That's
it to.
word for word.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in the original text that it was written in, that word is there describing the Israelites as black. The word they used is niger, which means black.
And you saying
That's in the
now you saying that the
That's
Greeks
a
don't
fucking
hold
location.
on, dog. You saying the Greeks ain't got no word for black like it didn't exist.
He
I never
crazy.
said the Greeks don't have
Then
a
why
word
wouldn't
for
that be
black
the word?
There you
because
go.
that's not the word that they use to describe
Exactly.
them.
Exactly.
I
That's
ain't
the
gonna lie, he
point.
might have
I don't
got you
think you
there,
listen
Cap.
to what I don't
Cap,
think
I'm
you
being
listen.
unbiased. I think he up right now because he's saying if you
He's
saying the
not up
original
because
text,
he's talking about all.
being
Listen, man.
unbiased is
If
crazy,
anybody,
man.
if
Yo,
you, when y'all,
Niger may refer to a country in West Africa or a nickname for Simeon Niger in the Bible.
It's a
Right?
river too, ain't it?
Yeah,
thank you. So you
yeah,
see
but
that
it
you
ain't
see
got nothing to do with black.
it means black. The reason why they said nickname for Simeon in the
Niger is
Bible
considered one of the most poorest countries.
before Niger existed as a country. That word was
Oh
used to
man, here we
describe
go.
Simeon. You just read it yourself.
What do you
You
mean?
just
But it
read
doesn't. It has nothing to do with nigger, bro.
Who's Simeon?
what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't.
It has
Or it would
nothing
have
to
Man,
do
two
with
that's
G's.
nigger.
the problem. Y'all
It
should
would
do the
have
re.
two G's, dog.
Yeah.
It
It has
the
nothing to
original
do with
word
nigger.
is
It
not
has
gonna
one.
have two G's
It
because
definitely would.
when you translate, so now the word nigger is an English translation of Niger, which is why it's
No,
spelled.
This nigga crazy.
no,
If
that's
you look up,
false.
listen, man,
Cap,
when
who is
y'all say
Simeon?
Hold on.
he's an Israelite.
Let's state it. Oh, hold on. What I'm saying, in the 1800s, 1700s, ain't no white Southern person that
Listen,
said
man,
that word say,
I'm a
I
PTR
got
this.
that from,
I'm a PTR this.
Niger
I'm a
or Niger.
PTR this.
Get out.
If anybody just go in their Google nigger, Nigger, it'll say origin, English nigger, Neger, Latin Niger, Niger, English Negro, Negro, all from that word Niger. So nigger, depending on which language you go to, will be spelled Neger, Niger, Negro. Now we gonna talk or we gonna look it up.
Nah, dog, that's crazy.
I'm a
Because you
PTR, no
still you
problem.
still saying it means black, but you still haven't answered that the Greek people had a
Late
word for black.
16th century from
No, no, no,
earlier.
no,
I'm gonna
no.
read now. I'm gonna
We
read the
going
rest of the
back to the
definition.
first
I'm
century.
listen. I'm just
We
telling
know
you
what
what it
happened
what.
in the 16th century. That's what we talking about.
But the
I'm talking
Greek do
about
have a
first
word for
century.
black too. The
Of
Greek
I
do
course
have
never
a
they
said.
do.
I never said that they
Then why
didn't have a
wasn't that
word. I
word
said
there was the question.
because the Jews spoke many different languages.
But
The
it was
sister
written
just
in
said
Greek,
they had.
bro. We not
You
talking
gotta
about many
listen.
different
You listening to
languages.
talk. You listening to talk instead of hearing the
I'm
answer.
answering everything
Even the
you
sister
say.
said. Even the sister said it was Aramaic, Greek, and Latin. Those are the languages that they spoke. So you'll see Christ
No, I
speak
said
No.
Aramaic, Greek,
Aram.
and Hebrew.
No problem. So you'll even see Christ speak Aramaic and he speaks Greek. You'll see Paul speak Greek and he speaks Hebrew. They spoke many different words. So now that word Niger was the Latin word. It's not that big a
Bruh,
deal.
you said it was
Yeah,
written in Greek
Greek.
though. Hold on. You could use she said that trying to get clarification. You said Greek only. She said I thought it was three. Now you trying to use what she said.
No, I'm trying to help you, bro.
No.
So
No,
like
no, no,
even
no,
look,
no, no,
even the
no.
name Jesus,
Ah,
even the name
wow, we the ones that
Jesus.
need help.
that nigga
I
cap.
don't need
You
help because again, all you got you don't have listen, man, y'all doing the talking, but when I pull up sources, you negate the
bruh,
source.
logic is
I
logic.
just all I definitions is definitions.
That's
Lexicon
right.
is
And if
lexicon.
there's a word for black,
Etymology
they
of
would
the
have
word.
used it.
Etymology of the word
Bruh, we
don't
all
mean
know
what
that.
you saying.
We all know we
Okay,
know
then why are you
etymology.
fighting when I just gave you the
Because there
etymology
is
of the
a
word?
word, because you're giving me the etymology of a word that doesn't exist in Greek.
It the etymology of the word of the text when it was written is what I'm giving you. You are the y'all are on this stage. Y'all, I never heard nobody argue with me about this
Hey,
before
Cat, I
because it's
never
the
heard you talk
Did
etymology
about
I
of
this
hear
the
the word
word.
before.
etymology? Hold on, I heard etymology. That's my thing. What are we talking about?
What we're saying
When you
is,
go like when I go to BibleHub.com, where that Latin word is at, and when you click on that word, it even the Bible Hub tells you where it comes from. It says corresponding Greek Hebrew entries. There are no direct Hebrew equivalents for the Greek term, I don't know how to pronounce this, nayep, as it is Latin derived name used in the New Testament context. So I can go further.
but here's the problem, Cat.
It's
The
not. It's a
Bible
problem because
wasn't. Hold on,
what
hold
like I
on.
don't even know what
Can
we're
I
arguing
talk?
for
Can I
right
talk?
now.
Can I talk?
Hmm.
I just want to talk. You can answer. You know, I love for you to answer. If the Bible was originally written in Latin, we'd be good. It wasn't. It was Greek, and they have a word for black, and that wasn't the word that was used.
The Bible don't just contain Greek.
That's
It
what
contains
you said.
different. That's not what I
That's
said. I said the
exactly
New
what you
Testament.
said.
What I said was the New Testament was written in Greek.
Period.
When they
That's
use
it.
this, but there's also a continuation. That's why listening is an art, and
Come
in
on, bro.
listening being an art, it ain't no come on, bro, because I got to
What
keep
other
explaining
language was it
this.
written in?
Okay, he's still talking.
No, Greek was the
Listen, the
answer.
name, for example,
No
for example, the
examples.
name
What? It's a
Jesus.
direct
I
question.
have to because you're
It's a
not getting it.
direct
The name
question,
Jesus,
though.
the name. I want to answer using a different word so you can
I don't
understand.
want to use a
The
different
name
word.
Jesus.
We on black,
This, but this is it.
Niger, Greek.
This is important. When people start talking like this, it's because they get
No,
hurt.
ain't nobody.
So
Oh,
now,
please,
the
dog. You know
name
me
G.
too well for that.
Okay, so
I'm just
let me
not
make
gonna
my
let you
point.
move the goalposts. It's one
I'm not
word.
moving.
It's one word.
I'm not
One
moving the
language.
goalposts.
It's one
I
word and
keep
one
reading
language,
you.
cat.
I keep reading to you the etymology of the word,
That was
which means you being
translated, not the
unsettled.
original word. What
It's not
word was written?
translated.
Hold on. What word did the Greeks use to describe what
I'm
you're
gonna read it.
describing?
I'm gonna read it again. There are no direct Hebrew equivalents for the Greek term nayep. It's spelled like the way it's written in Greek is it's like Niyep. So that's the Greek word that's being used there. It says as it is a Latin derived name. So it's like somebody's name written in another language. This is the word that, or excuse me, or term from another language. This is the Greek translation of that word for word. Like you said earlier, even with the Bible, there's what you call thought for thought translation and word for word translation. Thought is what we think. Word for word is taking this word and translating it to the next language's exact correlated word. So, Nayep is the direct correlation to the Latin word
Wait, hold on,
niger.
Cap.
That's
No,
why
no, no,
he
no. See, and this is where you always gonna lose me, because again, these translations are somebody else's perceptions or understanding of what they felt was said.
Yeah, there you
It's
go. That's what
never,
the
it's
but
never
this
translation
is
is.
not
original.
a
Like,
translation. This is not a translation. This is the origin I'm talking about. So when I say nayep,
that is what somebody
that's
wrote
the
to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, listen, I have been on the land with these people. I've studied with people who sit there and studied this all their life and then come to find out a lot of what they felt wasn't that. And I'm telling you, a lot of this shit is based on somebody else's perception of what they were quote unquote told or perceived what they were told.
there's
You
nothing that
can't give
any
it. Show me God's signature and talk to me later.
there's nothing that anybody is going to say in researching Acts 13 and 1, the word Niger, and anywhere you search that word, it's going to come back to meaning black and Latin origin. And when you look up the word nigger, you're going to get three different origins of the word nigger. It's going to be neger, niger, and negro. All of them mean black. Like I don't even
Bruh.
know what we're fighting for here. Like I don't understand.
Because
That's it.
because it didn't exist
I
back.
didn't write. Yeah.
Hold on, we good. You said what are we fighting for? Because at the time the Bible was written, that first century thing, that word didn't exist, and now you
What
trying to
word didn't
retrofit it.
exist?
You trying to retrofit it.
What word did not exist?
Nigger didn't exist.
I never said nigger existed.
Okay,
That's not what I said.
okay.
What I said was Niger. I said nigger comes from Niger. I never said nigger existed. But I said because nigger comes from Niger. When they call us nigger, which means black, I correlate that to Niger, which also means black. So the same way they called them niggas back then is the same way they call us niggas back, excuse me, niggas now. They just using a different language. If we were speaking
Back
Latin,
when?
if we were speaking Latin, we wouldn't say nigga
Hold on,
either.
hold on,
We would say Niger.
hold on. Back when though?
That's what we would say.
Hold on, hold on. So if they was calling
Now we
us
went
that
on to
back
another
then,
subject.
no, no, no. Same thing you just said. When was they? What back then are you talking about? Them
I'm talking
calling
about
us that?
in the first century, they was calling them Niger. They was calling them black. I just read it. They was calling Simeon and but even when Wack read the definition, he said Barnabas was surnamed Niger or nigger. That's what it said.